Do you like free VST plugins? Do you want to take your boring sounds and make them sound like something new? Something weird? Well, you've come to the right place. I'm Zane, welcome to Simple Green Tech, and today I'm looking at 3 free VST effect plugins from Freakshow Industries. And I just want to say that these technically aren't free plugins, but Freakshow Industries allows you to steal them legally from their website. It's all a wording thing on there, and their website's actually a really fun read, and I've linked to it down in the description in case you want to go over there, grab these plugins, and check out some of the fun stuff that they've got going on over there. But right now, let's jump in and check out how these plugins sound, and then I'll come back with some details for each of the plugins, and we'll do some more audio tests. And just so you know, these plugins are 64-bit and available on Windows and Mac. So as we saw, there are 3 free VST effects plugins currently from Freakshow Industries. There's Mishby, which stands for Maybe I Shouldn't Have Built You. And this is a tape saturation type of plugin, but not your typical tape plugin. And then there's Backmask, which is referred to as a chaotic reverser plugin according to Freakshow Industries. And finally, we have the Dumpster Fire plugin, which is a pitch shifter of sorts. So let's dig in deeper to each one. Now first, let's look at the Mishby plugin, which is a tape saturation / distortion plugin. And here are some of the claimed features of Mishby. It says cheap cassette quality, noise, soft and harsh distortions, multi-band phase desynced tape wow, broken and destructive digital decode, band-focused glitch with length and reset probability, inspirational quotes and general life advice. See, there's this little LED screen here, and it has some funny messages on it. Now, because all of these words that I just said in the claimed features don't really tell you what you're getting into with Mishby, let's mess around with it and see what you're getting. So I have it on a simple 808 style drum track. And first, let's just play it without the plugin on. Okay, just a basic drum beat. Now let's turn Mishby on. And I haven't adjusted anything yet. These are the default settings that I'm going with right off the bat. All right, so you can hear a little bit of the cheap cassette sound in there. Now let's start messing with some of these knobs. All right, so if you play around with it for a bit, you can actually come up with something usable like this here. That's kind of an interesting beat now. The next Freakshow Industries plugin that we'll look at is Backmask. All right, so this is Backmask, and like I said earlier, they say this is a chaotic reverser plugin, but on Plugin Boutique, it's listed as a multi-effect. So here's what they have listed as features. Backmask reverses discrete sections of audio based on various triggers. Trigger reversing by millisecond, DAW-synced musical value, or input level. Reverse audio at all, alternating, or at random triggers. Set the length of the reverse segment. Stuck mode, and there is one. Use grotesque amounts of latency to reverse the future with time-align mode. Zero latency by default, which is nice, and kills 99.9% of brain cells. Now, I'm pretty sure that's not a scientific claim, but let's give it a listen and find out. So we're going to use the same 808 drum for this. And I haven't touched any of these settings yet. So I think where this would be pretty interesting is if you were to use this in automation mode or in a live setting, and you can automate pretty much any of these parameters. So this could be a useful, fun tool to use for some weird type of music. Up next is Dumpster Fire. And here is Dumpster Fire. It's listed as a pitch shifter, but here's what Freakshow Industries say. Dumpster Fire is what its name sounds like. A preventable tragedy of arbitrary pitch rotation. And under the features, it says this. This sentence could say literally anything and it wouldn't matter or be completely true. And then for the features, it says, here's a list to please the hungry. Rotate the pitches, hear them spill to all the wrong places, pretend to understand the method and outcome. Set an unreasonable and arbitrary number of bands in the least helpful way possible. Use Aether to generate unspeakable hellscapes with discrete control of amount, pitch, spread, and time spread. Understand none of this, it doesn't matter. So please stop reading. Well, let's listen to them, stop reading, and we'll just dive in. Again, on that 808 drum, and I haven't touched any of the settings just yet. We'll get into that. All right, this one's actually pretty cool. You could do a lot of stuff with that. And again, it's one that you want to use in a live situation or use the automation, and you can automate all of these controls in your DAW. And as you just heard, each one of these free VST plugins from Freakshow Industries can take your sounds, mangle them up, and turn them into, well, something completely different. Now, if you want to check out even more free VST plugins, click up here, or click down here to see what YouTube recommends. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos from me. Thank you so much for watching for Simple Green Tech. I'm Zane. Keep creating, and we'll talk soon.